are listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Thursday, October 5th, 2023. How are we? Do you see what we have in store for thee? The menu gate, the UFO hate, the group, the gate, the troll. We made it happened. You see, every night, it's me. Let's go. No hate. Let's go. All love. Let's go. UFO group. I got nothing. Welcome to the show, everybody. That's right. We're doing UFO Hate Group tonight. We never talked about that much. But there's a video that was put out which shows 40 of us complaining about things that go bump in ufology every night. And the menu gate. If you haven't heard about the menu gate, check in for tonight's show as we will discuss the woke up tomorrow and everyone was gone. And all you saw for a week were Chinese menus for takeout on everyone's door in the apartment. And only yours was the one that was taken, and everyone else's is left on their doors for a week. You go down to the garage where the cars are, and they're all full of dust. Nobody lives there. Everybody moved. You moved in there thinking it was full of 800 people. And you wake up and you're the only one there. Of course it's bullshit. Or is it? I don't believe it. We'll talk about it. It's fun to talk about. All right. I was going to make it, a major part of the show, but then I saw the UFO Hate Group video and I said, we'll split that in a little bit pieces and we'll talk about that as well. That's why I added the UFO Hate Group to this, because every one of us, including Dorothy, have been attacked by the UFO Hate Group. Oh! I got to get forgot my notes again in the other room. Hold on to that. Hold on. I want to play a video, get you pumped up. Here it is. I already got it ready. All right, here we go. This is the video. Oh, well, just watch the beginning for a minute. All right, I'll be back, and I just got to grab my notes. But just get a taste. We'll do roll call. Don't worry, I didn't forget. Maybe.
Last few years within ufology, a group has developed that has come to be called the UFO Hate Group. This group works in unison to systematically harass, dox, and threaten UFO media, scientists, and private citizens, all in an effort to ruin lives and control the UFO narrative. This mechanism has come to be called takedowns. This video is a compilation of over 40 different testimonies of those that have been affected. It covers the dynamics of the UFO Hate Group. This video also covers the dynamics of the takedown mechanism utilized by the UFO Hate Group.
So apparently, shut off. Apparently there is a UFO hate group out there, and the king of the group is King Milkfart. It's so embarrassing to even say. It's so stupid. Let's do a little roll call. We'll get things going. Jeanette with a £5, 5 quid super dono. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's Goofonianville and she knew she could. It's a £5, 5 quid beautiful super dono. It's a 3-heart super dono. Mucho gusto generoso. You too can help Goof On. We are supported by you desperately. By Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. And you guys know what to do more than anybody. Thank you for being the supporters you are. Jeanette, welcome to the show. Thanks for the thing. For the super dono. Dorothy, thanks for the thing. Thanks. I appreciate the $2 thing. It's a super dono thing, everybody. Dorothy throwing down a love. That's dit.55 on X or Twitter. X for Dorothy Hawkins, Mucho Gusto Generoso, a continuing supporter for a year or more. Thank you very much. Dorothy, big sister in the house. You two can do it. Who else is here? Bob Perkins, because 2 B's are better than 1. What do you say, Bob? Diane Boss, hey, you made it. We found her. She was blocked, but now she's back. And now she's a blockhead. That goes all over Diane's shoulders. Welcome, Diane. I had to. Everybody gets treated equally. Donovan, welcome to the show. Alfie, Joe, Bob, what's up, AJP? How you doing? What do you say there, Sapphire Elf? Are you here or did you get the coffee? Coffee. Intergalactic Angler. What do you say, Ice Cream Shots? So me and Ice Cream Shots and co-host, what's his name? James? James Finch? What's his name? Am I wrong? I think I'm right. We're going on Ice Cream Shots Saturday at 7 p.m. But get this, that's not it, no. Goof On's going to be on right before. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here, and then we're all going to shift gears to Ice Cream Shots or extraterrestrial material is where we're going to be going at 7. We'll stop my show 5 minutes, 8 minutes. We'll give a little, time for me. We'll make 10 minutes. We'll do a 10 minute, a 15 minute. We'll give 15-minute break. 15-minute break. And then we'll go over to extraterrestrial material on Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific. YOY Files, welcome to the show. YOY Files. YOY Fools. My subconscious. Moonhawk, hey, good to see you. Welcome to the show. Zach.cast Mount. Welcome to David Wilcox, not Wilcox. Welcome back to the show. Peter McLeese, welcome to the show. All right, let's get started. If I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we got a lot of show to do. Really got a lot of show to do tonight. And we're going to get right into it with Well, wet pallets. Well, let's go back to wetting a pallet or two. Remember when we used to wet pallets? Me neither. All right. Utah couple wrestling. Okay, crazy plane lady update. Did I already play this? I think I played this the other night. Well, I'm going to play it again. I don't know if I played this. It doesn't look like I did, but I think I did. The crazy plane lady. Yeah, she's even crazier than ever. Watch.
Lady from like a month ago. I'm telling you.
I am telling you right now.
So after her video blew up and people made jokes and memes and even got national news coverage, she made an apology video for her freakout.
I did not play this. Check this out.
And for what it's worth, it was a pretty good apology video.
Take full accountability for my actions.
But if you'll notice, the video has a card at the end and a link to her website. So it seemed to everyone that she was trying to parlay this viral moment into becoming some kind of influencer. And like spinning your viral moment into something positive for yourself, I think that's fine. And probably a smart thing to do. But people saw this video and noticed something odd. This woman doesn't exactly look like the airplane lady.
Hold on a second. It doesn't. But it does. You know what I think is going on? I think she has a twin. Yeah. She is different. It is a little different. If you look at this eyebrow, it's got like a thicker piece here and then it gets thinner. But the way she drew them in, and I have to say drew them in because I'm pretty sure that's what happened here. It's not even the same eyebrow shape. It's not even near it. You know, it's hard to tell. But we have thicker eyelashes. I don't know if these are the same hoop earrings. The lips look the same. But, you know, was she retaining water this day? You know what I mean? Ladies, guys. Well, watch the rest.
And I agree, it could be the lighting, it could be the camera angle, but
look, you put makeup on a girl after she wakes up in the morning at 5 a.m. and then she leaves the house at 11 after she gets her makeup done. Totally different person. Totally different person.
She looks different. And of course, this is the internet, so it launched 1,000 conspiracy theories. This woman isn't the real airplane lady. She's a clone sent by the government to cover up the truth. Something, George Soros. One guy even used AI facial recognition to...
Anyway, she's still making the rounds. Still, I think what's going to happen is she's going to get some sort of... No, maybe she won't get some sort of reality. I don't think that's what it was about. I think she's trying to cover up that she had a public freak out and trying to make the best out of a terrible situation. That's what it seems like. So we'll keep an eye on Crazy Plane Lady, as I like to call her. I want to show you something. A lot of people don't understand that aliens are already here and the proof is always in front of us, right? Always. But I have to show you this video. It's not super old, but it's old enough that you probably have seen it. But if this isn't an alien being, this is exactly what, when you see this, it's going to remind you of Prometheus at the end when the alien overtook the guy, the foreign guy who made us. Check it out. Watch this. If you haven't seen this, this is amazing.
Watch, he'll go through that hole.
Just not right. And let's not forget, these things can mimic the background. They could look like a flower, the ocean floor. They could look like a rock. They can look like anything that their skin can copy. Well, this is amazing to me. Oh, I mean, I know what it is, and I'm grossed out by it. It's like the ship took a Shiite, took an octopus. The ship took an octopus. Nice one. Good job. Very good. I like your style. What was I saying? Okay, this is so interesting. I know, maybe you haven't heard about it. Have you heard what Ring Cameras is doing for extraterrestrials? They have a $1 million competition for recording extraterrestrial activity on a Ring device. I know. I know, you heard me correctly. You heard me correctly. Hold on, I'm getting messages flying in here. Whoa! What the? Wait a second. Jeanette? Jeanette, is that now? It is. Wait, this can't be. That's yesterday. Oh, wow, it's showing up now. Kevin, oh, look at this. These are yesterdays are showing up. Okay, this is bizarre. I'm sorry. I heard the beeper go off. Okay. Jeanette did send it. $34. Oh my God. That is today. Jeanette. I mean, you didn't have to. Thank you very much. Yeah, it helps. Thank you. On PayPal, of all things. Mucho gusto generoso. Oh, it is you. I can't believe you did that. Thank you so much, really. That is just exceptional. Appreciate it. Wow. I think I'm missing. I got Dorothy's Wild Child Jedi 72 with $2. Love the mug. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is Babyfoot. Chopped his head off, made a mug out of him. By the way, I'm drinking Pete's coffee. This coffee, and I shouldn't be because of the heartburn stuff, but it is so good. Anyway, thank you, Wild Child Jedi 72, a $2 love the mug super chat. Pure love, $2. We round up here at Goof On. That's how we do it. Mucho gusto generoso. Thank you. A continuing supporter of Goof On. Like I said, you can't leave the family. You're stuck. Thank you. Appreciate it. But there's a contest. And Ring has $1 million reward or award for anyone who catches an ET on their Ring camera. This isn't a joke. This is real. Check it out. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? It's your AccuWeather with Penis Beninia. Hey, Dick, how you doing? It's Dick Beninia. Get it right, Charlie. All right, so, over the years, we have seen Ring Cam. See, this is genius of Ring Cam to do this. You know how many sales they're going to get from this? 8 or 9, at least 10, maybe 10. You buy their camera, you record an alien, $1 million. Question: how do you prove it? You can't. Somebody's going to come up with the most incredible fake. See, this is what scares me. I know it's fun and I like it. I don't mind it, but it does also have another side to it. You're getting people to figure out a way to maybe make better hoaxes for the money. See what money does? Money motivates people. Oh, I can't wait to see how many people are going to try to fake their alien on a ring cam. I don't know if anybody, I want to say somebody's going to win because I think that's what Ring will do when it's all said and done and over with. Somebody's got to win, right? But if nobody wins, I'd be just as happy. But the public will say, oh, it's a scam. No, you got to prove it. How are they going to go about this? Well, let's see if they give us any idea on how this works. Customers all over the world capture life's unexpected and delightful moments through their Ring video doorbells and cameras. Now, you can be rewarded for catching an otherworldly sighting, Ring said in a press release. Whether it's a video of an ET walking or flying up your driveway and asking for directions, or an unidentifiable life form exhibiting unusual and extraordinary behavior in your backyard, submit your best footage. Videos must be submitted by November 3rd, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. No purchases necessary to submit footage. Under 17, not permitted without parent. Chewing gum is not available. UFO briefing takeaways. How now? Oh, wow, that's it? That's the story. Oh, here it is. So, those of you with Ring cams, pay attention. To submit surveillance footage for the contest, visit ringmilliondollarsighting.com, all one word. ringmilliondollarsighting.com, all one word, before November 3rd deadline. You are free to submit your scientific evidence from now until the contest ends on November 3rd. If you don't locate any real extraterrestrials, don't worry. You can still enter to win. To enter, simply capture and submit your most creative interpretation of an extraterrestrial sighting on your Ring device, and you will be in the running among your Earthling peers to win $500 Amazon gift card. Oh, shit. Dang it. They're doing it. They're saying if you can create an alien on camera that looks really good and we choose you to win, you win a $500 Amazon card. You know why they did that? Because they knew people were going to try to fake it, right? They knew it anyway. So if somebody does fake their sighting, let me take that back. Hold on. If somebody creates an alien walking by, they can prove that they made it because it's them creating something. So we're not going to have anybody saying that's a real alien when in fact we know it's not, because they can verify some shit. But if somebody makes one and says, no, that's real, caught it on the camera, $1 million, please. How are they going to give that person money without verifying that was a real alien? It's going to be fun. Well, they have till, a month, basically, till, November 3rd. Yeah, about till November 3rd this year. So submit them to ringmilliondollarsighting.com. Under 17, permitted with parent permission. Now, I don't like that $500 creative alien contest, but I do like it. You know why? Because it gets people talking. And that's all that matters in this field right now. As long as people are talking about UFOs and aliens, that's all we care about. That's the ufology we live in right now. As long as we're talking, all that matters. Just keep the wheels moving. Don't go anywhere. That's what ufology is all about. What is that? It's about more than that. Hey, what do you say, Wayne? Michigan UFO sightings and paranormal encounters. Hey, Diane Boss, the boss of Goof On is back, not blocked. $5. I'm so happy to be back in chat. Emoji happy face with love cheeks and stars in her eyes. Thank you very much. The boss of Goof On is back in charge, or back. Thanks, Diane, for being a huge supporter, a lovely human being. She is, isn't she sweet? You really are. You're like, you're an interesting person. And that's a good thing. We're all interesting. All right, before I put my foot in my mouth by accident, love you, Diane, Egush, all over me. Hey. It's okay, it's me. Huh? So, I don't mind this. I'm worried about people getting a little overboard and figuring out other ways to fake everything. Hey, Jeremy Corbell, I've got a video of an alien, caught it on my Ring cam. I could have sent it into the contest, but I didn't want it to get taken by the government. What do you think this is? Oh, and then they go down in history as the guy who caught it on the Ring camera didn't want to submit it, gave it to Jeremy Corbell, turns out to be the biggest hoax in the history of man, and also part of Jaime Maussan's mummy collection, which you can buy now on eBay and Amazon for $2,499. Yep. For the whole 4-pack. You can get them all. Yeah. No, you can't. I'm joking. So Menugate, real quick. Menugate. I'm going to play a video. Got a couple of them, but I don't know. I'm bored of it already. I'll give you the runaround, the runaround. I'll give you, might as well. That's what this story is. It's a runaround. I've come to the realization nothing is what, if anybody has a story, it's just not real unless there's evidence. Here we go. No, it's gotten to that point. It's bad right now. Ufology's in a really, really, really delicate place. I mean that. All right, I'm going to go over this with you. This guy, I can play a minute of it here. Give you a rundown.
Imagine renting an apartment in a nice complex you're led to believe is full and in high demand in a desirable part of the city, only to find out you might actually be the only person living there. That's exactly what happened to one TikTok user who started documenting this bizarre and ominous situation a couple of years ago. Let's investigate.
She sounds like Chills.
If you enjoy internet mysteries and generally disturbing content, feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications for more content like this. If you're interested in supporting the channel, you can become a Ko-fi member or a channel member to gain access to uncut videos and other perks, or you can leave me a tip by clicking the thanks under this video. Thanks to anyone who considers this.
Don't forget to hit that like button, smash it, tickle it, rub it. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe and share. Don't forget to tickle it and rub it down, smack it, flip it. Don't forget to hit that like button.
In October 2021, a man named Cody started posting a series of videos on his TikTok page about a situation he called Menugate. To summarise the first couple of videos, Cody has lived in an apartment complex for a while and started to wonder if something sketchy was going on because although he'd been told that the...
So, this guy moves into this apartment complex. Really nice area, nice everything, right? Upper scale, upper echelon of society, more or less, for an apartment. And he liked it. Bunch of young people there. There were a lot of shops and entertaining stuff around. You can go out late at night. And this place was filled with people. Well, he wakes up one day and notices it's very quiet today. Doesn't hear anybody talking. No cars. No life noise. You know what I mean? So he opens up the door to look in, and he sees, these menus, which is why it's called Menugate. These menus, you know how people do that? They put them on your door and they're, hey, we got a nice special for you in the lunch hour and over at dinner. Come before 5, get $2 off. And, they send you these menus. Well, he goes about his day, stays at home. The next day, he didn't really do anything. He didn't even notice anything different. But the third day, he realized it's really quiet. He opens up the door, looks in the hallway, realizes all the menus on his neighbor's doors are still there. His was the only one taken. Where is everybody? He goes walking down the hallway. Hello? Doesn't hear anything. Walks into the garage and he sees this. So he goes into the parking garage and sees this.
The price. In the third video, Cody shows the car park for the first floor, the one he lives on, where only residents of that floor are supposed to park. Surprisingly, there are more cars there than there are apartments, but some of them are covered with a thick layer of dust and cobwebs, as if they haven't even been touched in quite some time.
Go! No! All right, calm down. It's getting better.
Other weird things Cody noticed about the building include that many of the door locks still have plastic wrap on them. One of the locks on one door appeared to have been drilled out, as if someone had tried to break in.
What?
In one clip, he actually saw someone going through the door onto the stairs at the end of the corridor and ran after them, but they'd seemingly vanished. TikTok user who had seen the Menu Gate videos and claimed to have lived in the apartments at one point messaged Cody and said this. Hi, so I just randomly stumbled on your TikTok.
Dude, I'm not sure. I used to live there. I'm not sure about the emptiness. It was decently occupied when we were there. You know what I think happened here? I think Mr. Whoever, although he's been documenting it for a year, is living in a place that is under reconstruction or construction or refurbishing or everything all in the above. And he he has access to these places where nobody can go. Maybe this was closed off to the public due to a gas leak or something. And for a week, nobody was allowed there, but somehow he was able to get in. Maybe he knows somebody. Maybe he works there. Maybe he snuck in. All of the above could be logical answers for what's going on here, because I don't believe this guy just woke up. This is just like the guy who went into the future. And remember that on the Apex channel? Found out the whole thing was bullshit, right? The guy came out months later. I made up the whole thing as a social experiment, and I feel bad for it. Yeah, well, I guess this guy's having a little bit of fun. What did we learn yesterday? Hold on. What did I learn yesterday? Even though something looks so good and I didn't catch whatever fakery or tomfoolery that was going on, if it's too good to be true, it is. God, I can't stand that. You know what that means? Life is pretty even keel. You never really get deet, and you never really go doot. For the most part, right? If you average out your whole life, I'm not talking about the last week or the last 6 months. If I did that, forget about it. Over the long haul, though, we have life lessons, and this is one of them. Too good to be true?
About the apartments. I used to live there. Lights. Quite a few of the apartments do have lights on, but most of them don't. And one with a light on doesn't appear to have any furniture inside.
Oh, you can tell that 5 stories down.
In response to a comment asking Cody to get a video of someone who works there claiming the building is full, he decided to check the website, figuring the staff might lie anywhere. There were only 4 apartments available to rent in the whole building, way less stairs at the end of the corridor, which had water pouring down from above. This had somehow set the fire.
So there was a leak, and he called the maintenance, and it goes straight to voicemail. It's like nobody's around to pick up, and it's just leaking and flooding the whole area, which is interesting, I have to admit. I kind of like the excitement right here. Gives me a little bit of hope What do you say, Cosmic Dave from the UK with the $2, £2, 2 quid? You are authentic, true, and entertaining, bro. Thanks. Cosmic Dave, that has to be the nicest thing I've ever heard at this exact time of day. That is beautifully said, my friend. No, really, thank you very much. And I know you're a continuing supporter. I see you here a lot, and you have contributed before, man. Thank you for the support. It's needed. Thank you. Man, I appreciate that. It doesn't matter. Just being here is the support, you know, and if you help support monetarily, thank you for that. It does keep the wheels moving. Thank you very much, Cosmic Dave. Mucho gusto, generoso. Unbelievable, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. I almost want to take that as a super dono because you could just feel the love. So this guy calls maintenance, nobody comes. You know, the typical stuff that would happen if nobody was around. However, he doesn't go outside. Oh, he does.
New gate updates. He could be strategically spacing them out so people follow him and see his other TikToks. If this is real, there are various possibilities to explain this bizarre situation. One is that it's some kind of real estate manipulation, that the building is almost empty, but the building owners want to make it look like it's full, so potential tenants are more likely to rent the vacant apartments. It doesn't look good if an apartment has been empty for a long period of time without a good reason, like renovation, for example. People are bound to question what's wrong with it, and it could well put people off. A landlord could potentially justify charging more in rent than the property is worth if it looks like it's in high demand too. So it certainly makes sense that they wouldn't want the public knowing how long the property was vacant for. This would make sense with the empty apartments shown on the website. No one else knows whether 1 or 100 apartments with the same floor plan are available to let. They can just advertise one, tell 100 individuals they were the one lucky winner, and still rent out the rest to the other people. However, I'm not sure why they'd go to the lengths of leaving rubbish outside the doors of empty apartments.
Thank you, Cosmic Dave, for the £2, 2 quid super dono. It's pure love, yeah, guys!
All over ufology.
To make them look not empty, unless it was on a day that they had viewings. It's quite unlikely people are just going to be wandering around in the building before they book a viewing. Another point that makes this theory less likely is what Cody was saying about it being a nice complex in a good area with reasonable rent.
That is a great question. I don't, you know? Wow. I don't know. Hold on. I think in Arizona, because that's the only state I know, I might know anything at all. I think you had to disclose if there was a murder, but not a ghost, because that's not considered real. Let's ask. No, that's a good question, Dorothy. In Florida, do you have to disclose if there's a ghost in a house when purchasing? You don't have to be told about non-material things or other things that may have happened in that house.
In other words, you don't have to be told about non-material things or other things that may have happened in that house. So she advises that you take your time and do some digging.
In the state of Florida, the Florida legislature has determined that it is not material to the contract. In other words, you don't have to be told about non-material stuff. Oh my God. That's interesting. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. But this menu gate, a lot of people are calling this guy out. It's just like the 2189 on Apex, the time traveler. It's the same thing. This guy's going to places where nobody can get to, or they're closed off to the public, or they're renovating, or they're whatever.
That said, although Cody probably isn't literally the only other person living there only seems to be a handful of others max. Is there much benefit to them actively keeping the other apartments vacant if they actually are in demand? Let's say there were 100 apartments and 5 of them are occupied. The rent they charge can be found on the website, and they can only...
Or this place is a front for something more nefarious, like our friends from China come in and buy these apartments and they only let a few people in, but all the other apartments that are empty, you know, like other stuff's going on. They've got so much money, they can do whatever they want, right? It is that crazy in this world. Believe it or not, if you can think about it, somebody else has, and it's been done. That's how I've come to believe some things in life that I can't believe. I'm like, it probably did happen, you know? I could see somebody dying like that. Oh, I could see that happening. Or how did that happen? I can't even enjoy most movies nowadays because they're very unrealistic, you know? Just people, undersized people doing these amazing things against people 3-4 times their size, you know? Yeah. No, not even having superpowers. But the menu gate, if I woke up tomorrow and everyone was gone, I think there's a poll in the chat, and I'm going to stop it now. 100 votes, because I always forget to stop them. Would you like to wake up to a world void of people? 41% of you said, yeah. That shocked me. And 57% of you said no, you would not. The only way I would like to wake up to myself is if there was one more person. And I got to tell you, that's a tough one. That is not, you know, we see these movies where people seem to be alone, right? It's that one with Will Smith, and there's another one, and then there's a couple of them out there, but in the end, they're never really the last guy on earth. That bothers me in every one of those movies. When I say, start over, erase. When they say last man on earth, make it the last man on earth. I don't want to hear about some Peruvian tribe that was 1,800 years old, 3-foot tall alien. No, I don't want to hear about that. Oh, and they met them and they couldn't speak so well and they had to come up with this new language, and then the apes got smart. Next thing you know, Planet of the Apes. Right? That's how it happens. You lost our way to speak. We can't speak. No! Yeah. I can't stop. This coffee's making me go. All right. So menu gate, I call bullshit. Now, what you've all been waiting for UFO hate group. No. I don't want to talk about that just yet. Yeah. Turn off the reverb. Thank you. I have a video to play. I think. There's a movie coming out. This is the official trailer to We Are Not Alone. Comingsoon.net put this up on YouTube, and it says it's by Serena DC. The film will be released digitally and on DVD Tuesday, October 3rd. It's out. The question of whether or not we are alone in the universe has been answered, reads the film's synopsis. Serena DC and Michael Mazzola meet with the world's leading ufologist and contactees, Dr. Greer, Paula Harris, Jacques Vallée, Adam Curie, Andrea Perrin, Danny Sheehan, to discover who these extraterrestrial visitors are and why they are visiting Earth. Wow, what an original idea! Holy crap! I can't wait to miss this one. I'm bored just reading about it. Let's take a listen. All right, let's take a look and a listen. Let's take a watch. Go, play it. 3, 2, 1. I can't. Go. Bigger.
Elysium Media
The craft
presents.
is not a flying saucer. It is the same shape.
It is not a flying saucer. It's the same shape as one of my pills I take every morning for my diarrhea. For your diarrhea? Yeah, ever since they anally probed me, I can't stop pooping. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just in a mood.
As the casing of the Manhattan Project bomb.
It had the same casing as the Manhattan Project bomb. That's this UFO she saw. She saw this UFO, was able to determine, just by looking, that it was exactly like the casing of the big bomb, the big one. What was that one called? Big Buoy? Baba Buoy. Check it out.
It is the same shape as the casing of the Manhattan Project bomb.
Stupid. We are being visited.
So they could see inside, and they realized that those were not humans.
So do you think that the beings were taken?
Or they may have been taken by their own.
He didn't even believe what he just said, that they have been taken by their own. It's not a question answer. It's an answer. I don't know. They could have taken on their own. You don't know? Jacques, you're the one who wrote the books. Met the aliens, talked to the aliens and all everybody. Come on, Jacques.
May have been taken by their own.
See? I don't know.
We know now that we are not alone, but who are these beings? Where do they come from? And what do they want from humanity?
A being came out of the cave.
Friend or foe? Neither.
Why is the government disclosing that we are being visited by UFOs now?
The Pentagon.
They're not. The government's not disclosing that UFOs are here now. I hate to tell you. Sorry. That's just a lie. A lie.
The Pentagon confirms these are images of objects it can't identify.
We may not be.
It's about to invade our planet.
I've never watched Independence Day. I've never watched Independence Day.
Really?
I don't waste my time on crap like that.
Millions of people who claim to have seen UFOs or made contact with extraterrestrial beings.
There was sort of a glow down the crest of the hill, and a few seconds later, there's a little beam, an ET.
Was it just awe? Like shock and awe?
No fucking way did I just see that. Right?
I'll watch it. We'll talk about it. It's free, right? Is it free? Yeah, let me see. I don't know if it's free. I don't know. We'll have to check it out. All right. It's the same thing. Nothing new. You're just going to watch a movie with different people saying the same thing. I'm going to watch it. I watch everything. Everything that has to do with UFOs. Well, and for that, I have an opinion. And I got into this field by accident, like a lot of you. I saw something with my wife. The next night I went out, same exact time, same motions and everything, saw it again. And then did some research, met some people, and the rest is history. But along the way, you realize that nobody's doing the work. And when I say nobody's doing the work, I mean 99.999% of the people in this field are not doing any work at all. No research, no boots on the ground, but yet they seem to know everything about everyone and every video ever made. Even the ones you put out, they know without a doubt that you faked it, even though you didn't. And you get these people who have very strong opinions that haven't put the work in. But I did. I did put the work in. I learned the hard way. I have been trolled. I have been abused. I have given it back. Although I don't troll people or harass anybody. I just defend myself, as you guys know. As the AZ UFO show, we got a lot of hate. It was bigger than GoofOn. And it was twice as big, most likely, because we had 500 people in there some nights. The chat was off. It was just sick. It was like Spreaker. Yeah, that's where we were, on Spreaker. Anyway, after the AZ UFO show, we went to Spreaker. And we did split Blog Talk Radio and Spreaker. Then I went over to somebody's network. That didn't work out. Tried to hook up with Art Bell's group. That didn't work out. But along the way, picked up these people who I have debunked myself and have called out, not to embarrass, because I never have the intent. I never just go to somebody and say, hey, man, you're a hoaxer. You're a liar. You know, that's bullshit. I go in there and I say, look, I've been doing this for a long time. That looks like a balloon. I see a string. They come out hard. They're the ones who curse me out without even knowing me. And I didn't care. So I started getting a little more brash and a little more knowledge along the way, learning as I kept doing this every year, out on doing the work that many people do not do in this field. The reason I tell you all that is because I feel my opinion is going to be on the most likely right side than most likely wrong side when it comes to looking at videos and people, stories, things that we hear in this field. I think I've got the barometer to where we can actually trust with 80% accuracy, maybe even more, that we're going to be right more than we're wrong. Maybe even higher than that. It may be even higher than that. Because this field isn't that hard to be right if you pick the side that says that's not true, there's no proof. You're going to win 9 out of 10 arguments with those two statements. That's not true and there is no proof. Prove it. Well, all I have are these documents. but you have no video, no. And this person's credible? You're saying this person's credible? Who is this person? You know, who's this whistleblower? Why do we believe David Grush? Well, a lot of people didn't know what to think about David Grush. I think everybody was on the fence for a while. And then when he got the sympathy votes because of the autism comment, now he's a hit. How could everybody? How can anybody be so mean? But the trolls did come out. They came after me, the AZ UFO show, the Rich Giordano show, the Paranormal Code. Why? Because I went against the grain. They didn't like what I was saying. They didn't believe it. And I tried to explain to people. I've done the work. I know what I'm looking at. I've seen this 100 times myself. That is not a tic tac. That's an airplane out of focus, really far away. The angle, da-da-da-da-da. Nope. Nope. People I fought with, and they said they'll kill me if they see me. Wanted to do things to me and my wife and my dog. 10 years after the fact, they would email me or find me and DM me and say, you know, you were right. You know, and that's kind of nice to get that kind of apology. You know, I'm sorry I was such a jerk. I really believed I was right. Dude, that's because you were on meth. You were on meth. Yeah, I know. Are you on meth now? No. And now what? You're right. All right. Now I'm on meth.
What did he say?
But that's the thing. People who stay in this field long enough will see the truth eventually. And they will see it out of frustration. They will see it out of being beaten up by troll after troll, beating in that you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you fight. And you better make sure you're right if you're going to go up against these haters. Because when they come at you, they don't come at you one at a time. They come at you. We used to get over 150 calls. You know, hey, I'm listening to the show, da, 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 da. And then they'd, you know, say racist stuff and try to get us banned and everything. And your mother's a whore, you know, and all that. We had the call-in line. It was kind of cool. But some nights the trolls would just blow up the phone, blow up the chat, spam everything. Anyway, those trolls, any of you who have been around GoofOn the last couple of years know what we went through with some trolls. Now, 3 or 4 years ago when we first got started, one of the big troll, King Milkfart, that's who he goes by on Twitter, X, started like a UFO hate group, basically, or they just formed. I don't know how it did, but he was the leader of the biggest jerks you could ever imagine. Came after us. And I think it was Dave Scott from Spaced Out Radio who was friendly with these people, these hate groups, who was also Christopher Wolford and some others. Dave's like, nah, leave Rich alone. And they left me alone after that. I mean, I was like, what kind of power does Dave have? Or did Dave say, he's nobody. You don't have to worry about him. Don't worry about it. He's a nobody. Could have said that, and they're like, all right, we'll leave him alone. He's a nobody. But they never go away if you're opinionative. If you have a strong opinion and you go against what they believe in, forget about it. They feel like you're, like when I was talking about Lou Elizondo, they actually felt like I was talking about them. You know, they take it personally. How dare you do that? That's a da-da-da-da-da, beep-a-deep-a-deep-a-deep. Well, when Lou Elizondo was released or left TTSA and was on his own, he created a bunch of haters. And I can't believe in the video I'm going to play, I can't play everything, but I could, but I won't, but I can play pieces. It's just different clips from other people like me who do these things who have been attacked. But Lou really created it with, and I said this too, I said he goes around and he gets veterans. Because why? Because if you, who's going to go up and say a veteran is a cheating, lying, you know what I mean? So Lou was smart to go to these channels that supported him, but they were also in the military. So if anybody wanted to say anything bad, they would have to say it about somebody who's in the military. And if you do that, oh, well, you're going against all things God created and all things that are good. Yeah, right. Right. Sorry, you're speaking to the wrong guy. I don't give a shit. That's why I said that about Lou. I called Lou a bully. Didn't care he was in the military. Don't give a shit. He's a person just like you and I. Me and you. Us. They're people. Rich, how could you say that? Anjali is a woman. Nope, she's a liar. And she knows she's a woman and she doesn't think anybody's going to challenge her because she's a woman, and she plays that to her advantage every time. And people are like, oh, you can't say that. She's a woman. No, she's a liar. Equal, but different. Why should she get special treatment? If she murdered somebody and a man murdered somebody, should they have different sentences? If they did the same exact act, just because she's a woman? I will give her parole for 3 months. Him? Life! There is a double standard. That's because this field is 85% male, and a lot of you out there feel that you can't say anything about a woman that way. Well, if somebody's doing something wrong, don't you think you have an obligation to say something about it, regardless of who they are? You don't have to be disrespectful. She's being disrespectful for lying. Rich, she's not lying. Yes, she is. She's lying. You can't prove it. She can't prove it. She had a chance and she blew it. And we all caught her. We all know. It's all bullshit. She's just bullshit. She may have had an experience when she was 4, and she kept the story going through dreams and things she sees out of the corner of her eyes, and maybe that's stuff that, that goes on in her life. Anyway, it's not about her. It's about these trolls that are here to hurt people who just have a different opinion. And it's really strange. It is it's just so weird. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in ufology. And I didn't know how many people were involved in this. I don't even know half of them. Here, I'll pull it up. I don't know half of these people. It's just a weird, I don't know. It's weird. It's fun. Well, anyway, this is ufology. This is the ufology your silence allows. We'll continue this.
Ufology.
This is over an hour and 13 minutes. I'm not going to play it all. Just actually, some of you are in this.
Silence allows.
Some of you are in this. And this is this video, I'll post it in the show's description when we're done. But this is in different chapters and everything. Yeah, I think you guys will like this. It's put together by, I think, King Milkfart, UFO Hate Group, something else. Defenders of the Faith.
harassment, targeted harassment. It's just a really weird thing, man. Like, I don't know where exactly this all kind of catalyzed from, but it's just over the last few years, you've got these very aggressive and targeted harassers on Twitter, and they've kind of formed into these little groups, and they, you know, all...
Since we've quit the show, the amount of conversations I've had with people has been the people that have reached out to me that have given me similar or even worse.
Yeah, that's it. Create the story. You can't trust a word that guy says. But a lot of people are talking
how and what they're talking about, and then once they no longer listen to you or serve your narrative, then you attack them. It's much like these ideas of like Scientology, right? Like once you leave.
So Toriwaba, I guess, gets pretty bad or has been attacked. See, this is the weird thing. I don't ever see any of this stuff. Do you guys? I don't ever see the attacks that all these people talk about. So you know what that means? We're being left out. For now, I may have spoken too soon, but I'm just showing you guys this is what King Milkfart did to ufology. And then Lou Elizondo, I mean, I know, were they friends? I mean, how did that work? I don't know. This is so convoluted. It is obvious, though, that somewhere in this entire narrative, this entire attack on ufology and people who don't believe Lou Elizondo narrative, and it's been going on for a while. And at the center of it was the fist. Yeah. Unbelievable. But Toriwaba here really got a shellacking.
It's like everyone attacked. It's like a character assassination at that point. Well, because now you don't agree with us, we think you're a horrible.
Right. Just because you don't agree with what we say, see, this is what I mean. When Lou reviews, remember when we were on Alien Addict together and we were all talking and trying to work things out? Shit, I lost my train of thought. Damn it. I don't know what I was going to say. Anyway, listen. Let me pull up some other things. I'm going to go to the 13-minute mark. Dorothy says some things in here too. Dot. Let's go to Dorothy here. All right, something's going on with the video now. It's playing games. Did it again. Did it again. Right when I get to where I want to listen, it starts just spinning. Here we go. Oh, it's me. Behind the scenes with some people who think they're smarter than the rest of us.
I mean, there are people who are just everyday Twitter users who have been targeted by these people and doxxed and harassed and assaulted.
Yeah, and not even people who have a show.
And meanwhile, exactly, like people who aren't public figures who are activists and believe.
So let's go to Dorothy.
There's attacking him and telling his viewers to go dox him and do all this other weird stuff, and you're like.
But remember, back to Roger Kipling, right? The strength of the wolf is a pack. I can only do what I'm doing because you guys are doing what you're doing, and your audience is doing what they're doing. So thank you for all, and this is a team effort. And, you know, I look to my shoulder right and left, and I see all of you. So
that's when Lou was happy that Thomas the Fist Fessler, Rob Heatherly, and Ack Gary launch attacks to us in response to the documentary Who's Lou by Area 503, also known as Manny. That's when this was. Can you believe it's been a few years already? It's crazy, right? And here we are talking about it again because people are still going after people over Grush now. And I think Elizondo is, poking the bear. Not sure about that. Hey, Glenn Croy, $20 super dono. It's pure love by Glenn Croy, a continuing supporter of Goof On. Hey, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that support. Mucho gusto generoso, Glenn Croy. Seriously, thank you. Man, thanks. It's a super dono. It's just pure love. And Cosmic Dave with the £2 2 quid says, thanks for the perseverance. Well done, bro. Actually, it's well done, bro. Thanks again, Cosmic Dave, throwing it down several times tonight. That's pure entertainment, pure love, the give, the flow, the ebb. Let's go. Thank you very much. Cosmic Dave, throwing it down like it's 19205. So let's continue on this. 1905? 28-minute mark. I think Dorothy's here. Dorothy!
They'll do some fan stuff. Swan jumps in there and he writes dog shit. They're grifting. They're garbage. They're fucking nothing. And to me, like, okay, man, you're allowed to have your own opinion. But these people, they have feelings, If you think Jeremy just walks around not giving a shit about what everyone says, I think you're probably wrong, man. Like, it's fucked up to come at people that way. But I just wanted to...
If Jeremy Corbell wouldn't lie and give us bullshit, is his feelings getting hurt because he's getting people mad at him for putting up bullshit? He's lying. Again. This is what I don't understand about these people. Hey, man, lay off. Corbell didn't do anything bad. All right, maybe he won't admit, that those weren't flares and that wasn't a spaceship. Unbelievable how these people, right? It's okay. You'll try better. I know you've given 5-6 times you've tried. I know, but it's okay. And you know what? Someday you'll get it right, Jeremy. Someday, just keep trying. You're such a good boy. Here, take this award for the effort. And guess what? People are talking. That's all you care about anyway.
To point that out, that these are good people and they have feelings too. Aww. And they're doing the best fucking job they can. So anyhow.
No, they're not. That's the problem. They're not doing the best job they can. They're doing the best job for them. That's it. End of story. Or else we would get better shit from Jeremy. We'd get the truth. Or we would get somebody telling us the actual truth after they realized they were debunked. Oh my God. Boca? That's Boki? How do you say it? Oh, I made a mistake. That's right. It's Boki. He could have done that, but he didn't. But he didn't. And he kept on the lie. And that's where I don't mind us not trolling. I never condone the trolling. What I condone is speaking your mind. If you have a microphone, if you have a channel, if you have a TikTok account, you want to make a YouTube short, you have your voice to voice whatever it is that ails you, that bothers you about this freaking topic. But be careful because you never know who's listening. And if they don't like what you're saying and people are following you, they will come after you and take you down. But if we did that to them, forget about it. They would cry. They would yell so loud. It would be unbearable. Unbearable. Well, we see pieces of that, don't we? Just imagine if the shoe was flipped on the trolls. Just nobody cares. Trolls are a different animal. They wake up in the morning figuring out ways to ruin your day. That's it. We got to dox this one today. All right, let me email 40, 50 people, and then they email 40 each, and then we'll get 10,000 people. Yeah. Today we'll go ahead and all right, we'll show where he lives. Let's do that today, you know? And every day they keep doing stuff until you break down. It's really mean. And it's unnecessary. Here's the deal. So I'm mad because Jeremy Corbell is putting up bullshit, right? So I voice my opinion to Corbell. Corbell doesn't get back to me, but somebody else does. And they want to take me down because I don't believe what Corbell has. That doesn't make sense. Why would you go to war when they don't even care what I'm saying? Right? It's like, what does Fessler care that I don't like Lou Elizondo's tactics? Or Grush's tactics, for that matter? What does he care that I say that? He doesn't care. But he does. For some reason, it bothers him, and I don't understand that. Like, even when they say stuff, you don't hear me going, oh, did you hear what Fessler said about this? I don't even listen to the show, so I don't care. I only care what the people in mainstream media and close to mainstream media are selling you. I want to show that they're lying. Glenn Croy throwing down another $10. Giddy up. I came for the UFOs, but I stay for the truthology and the great people in the chat. I got to admit, we do have a fantastic chat room every single night, and the moderators are off the chart nice. Super nice. Can't thank you enough for hanging out tonight. Thank you, Glenn Croy. Great statement, great super chat. Thanks again for your support. Mucho gusto generoso. Seriously so. Thanks, Glenn. Man, what did I do? Let's continue with the video here.
I've had the UAP talk with certain people that have,
I thought Dorothy was here.
said the same thing as you. I'll just leave it at that.
Tell Haoshin Lou isn't your fucking therapist. He doesn't own you shit, you self-entitled bitch.
I'm unblocking you for this one. Bravo.
I've been read in, so now it's just a time to patiently wait. I've been read in, so now it's just a time to patiently wait.
Real clear, just to be clear. Yesterday in his space, King Milkfart said that Salwan got a talking to.
Does anybody know who these people are? I don't. I don't know who Salwan is, so means nothing to me. I don't know who that is. Oh, brother. You know, it is gossip. It is. But what it's doing, and you know why I have to talk about this, because it's really having an effect on the snowflakes in the field. They can't handle it. And we are seeing a very, very, very early, how do I put this? We're seeing the early stages of 2, maybe even 2.5 to 3 generations down the road. We are seeing the pussification of ufology. Like, these are people that are just turning 18, 19, and they're talking to people that are 30, 32, who are going up against us, who are 45 to 65, who really know more than all of them combined. It is a weird time to be in this field. And the reason we're seeing it so diverse and through generation, and I see ufology getting weaker. The younger, and I know that comes from inexperience of being an adult and understanding what research really is and understanding what ufology is. As a young person coming into this field, I can't imagine what they must be thinking when they hear somebody debunk everything they think is real. Nope. And they fight till the finish, this new breed. But all you got to do is just blow on them and they cower. So it's a scary time. I don't like where ufology is right now. It's silly. We're seeing silliness play out constantly. I can't get the video to play anymore. Every time I want to go to where I need to go, it freezes. Here.
That is it. I do not know her username. I do not know her link. I don't even believe she has an OnlyFans.
So why would you do that in the first place?
They talk about, I don't know. Hold on.
Put these things in order.
Threatened numerous people. He would send people photos of their homes, their work.
Oh. What they were doing was sending people videos of where they work and where they live. These people that were trolling, these people in ufology. Hey, it's not just content creators, guys. Civilians, people who are showing up in chat rooms and other forums, people who aren't hosts of anything are getting attacked if they support someone like me, you know, or another channel that they don't like. They're going after the supporters and everything. They go after everybody when they come after you. And they try to make them miserable. And we saw it here. Rich, I can't keep coming here if they're going to be attacking us every say, and I'm like, come on. Come on. You can still come here and watch the show. You don't have to interact in the chat room. But I like the chat room. I like interacting. So what you can do, if anybody here has any problem with what anybody else is doing, you can always block that person. You're not blocking them from seeing, you're not blocking them from the channel. If you hit block over that person, you can't see what they say in the chat or anywhere. They don't exist. I've used that thing 50, 60 times already. It's wonderful. But these trolls, they're taking it to another level. And this guy has, this King Milkfart, going after people at their jobs, going after their, remember they went after Goofon when Goofon got the strikes and everything. We've never been the same since. Never been the same. No.
They decided to unleash a scorched earth policy upon everybody in the organization.
They tried to find out where I worked. They threatened that online. They were like, because I used to work at a patent law firm in LA. And then they were like, oh, does anyone know any good patent law firms in LA? Like questioning it. It's kind of like saying like, and if I'd still worked there, they probably would have got me fired. What else did they do? Oh, they reported me to Patreon. They tried to get my Patreon removed. So more like attacking finances, attacking job, attacking income.
It's really amazing. And they got it. They get away with it. You know, it's a terrible, just terrible, just for having a different opinion. Children. It's children. That's what it is. What else? What do I have here? Hold on, let me see. Oh, yeah. All right, I got that already. We do have some... oh, I'm not done talking about that yet. We'll come back to it. I don't know why I have this, but I think I need to play this. Yeah, okay. AI is just through the roof. Everybody's talking about AI. AI this, AI that. AI is here. And I'm telling you, my God, I'm going to lose everything in a second. Our future looks fantastic.
Years ago, Google's top AI guy said he felt that their AI system had become self-aware.
Yeah.
If I were that AI, I wouldn't let us know that I was self-aware. But how confident are you that we'll be able to sort of keep it under control, that it wouldn't become self-aware and do things we don't want it to do?
I'm unfortunately not confident that that's possible because you have no idea who, I mean, you know, you have OpenAI, Sam Altman, who talks about this, and he seems scared himself of like, well, we don't know how it's going to go. My concern is that you have, you know, for-profit companies that have, you know, that are doing this. They're almost competing with each other now. Like Google needs to hurry up. You know, when Satya, the CEO of Microsoft, invested in OpenAI, and he's like, I want to see Google dance. I was like, wow, that guy's normally pretty understated. And Google, freaked out. And that's where you have these sort of, you know, this almost race to develop the best possible AI for consumers in these services. Where they can go wrong is if you rush this out there, you may not see where the layer between something that is able to outsmart you and outthink you, and just for whatever reason, it's not that it has to decide. It just may be, you know, it may be biased towards doing things that just don't suit us, and we lose complete control of that. So the idea of AI alignment is something that all top AI companies espouse and say this is very important, but how they're executing that is unknown. And if you have a state, you know, a government that is investing this, like let's say an authoritarian regime that has no interest in rules or anything like that, I mean, who the heck knows? And that's where there's a danger. We're playing with fire. But the hope would be that maybe the folks that are already this advanced might be able to get far enough soon enough that we can understand how to create the right guardrails. And I think OpenAI's mission in some respects is to try to get there, but it's
All right. AI. It's coming. It's here. It's taking over the frontier. Oh, yeah, it's coming. What is this? Oh, I was going to play this. I can't. Yeah, forget that. That new, what is that? It's called Police State, right? Police State. All right, check this out. This is unbelievable to me. I believe what I'm about to show you is it's a machine, a living machine that helped aliens. And it's here on Earth. And I'm going to show you this. Why? How? Well, when you see what comes out of this thing, you'll understand. Here we go.
The pearl that's about to come out of this oyster is very rare for us. It's important to note that this is a Tahitian oyster. So the majority of the pearls that come out of these oysters are generally black in color. Most people don't know that not all pearls are white. So if you see super nice, expensive white pearls, those are usually Akoya pearls, and those generally come from Japan. South Sea pearls, however, come from Australia. And what's special about them is they're actually golden in color, just like this one.
This is amazing.
And South Sea pearls are actually more expensive than Tahitian pearls. They're actually the most expensive pearls in the world. So it's pretty special when we do get golden pearls like this one. This one is absolutely beautiful. It's round, has good luster. It's about 10 millimeters as well, so it could probably go for a few.
Those are alien-made clams that make gold fuel. Yeah, you know, clams are different now. They're a lot smaller. They used to have the big clams when the dinosaurs were around. They used to give basketball-sized ones, man. And that's where all the gold was coming from. Hell yeah, it's true. They had a whole ocean full of these clam goldies. Well, I thought that was beautiful. Just beautiful to see. And I do think clams and octopi, I think they're from other planets or made on this planet. All right. Now, do you remember the metal ball that Gary Nolan was supposed to get analyzed? But he never did. He never did. He thinks that that ball might be an alien scout ship. And I saw this post by Charlie Weiser. And I was like, oh yeah, whatever happened to that alien ball analysis? Why isn't it being done? Nobody knows. But here's a video. It says Gary Nolan has metal samples from Jacques Vallée and a whole bunch of instruments of different flavors that analyze metals, but hasn't analyzed anything. And these things that he has here were dropped supposedly from actual UFOs, but he hasn't analyzed these things yet. Why? Why? It's a year later. You know why. You know why. Because they're nothing. That's why. See, they don't understand how to talk. I think they may be figuring it out. You don't make claims you can't prove and announce it to the world before you know if you can prove it or not. All right. Right? This one says, NASA is hiding a megalodon shark. I don't know why I have this video, but I must have been very impressed by it. Take a look at this.
Don,
Go.
what do you know about it?
Prehistoric.
Big shark. 1970s, NASA started
right.
an underwater research and testing site off the coast of Maryland. And it was to study the existence of rare animals.
Okay.
This guy named George Meyer, marine biologist out of Texas, he went to Maryland to do some studying, and a storm came and he got blown like pretty far out. When the storm passed, he looked off the boat and there's a giant cage underneath him.
Okay.
Being a marine biologist, he went underwater, and from what he saw, it went a mile this way and a mile that way. And on the cage, it said, Zone F property of NASA. Stay out. He said, oh, I don't want to mess with this.
Yeah.
Started swimming up, and he heard a loud metal banging. He looked back down, and what he saw, he said, was a shark 60 to 70 feet in length. He swam back to the boat, took off.
Yeah.
He came back 2 weeks later, and the cage was gone.
There are crazy things like this all over the world. I've got videos. What's another one? All right. All right. I'll show you something incredible. You want to see something incredible? You want to have some fun? All right. Loosen up, girls. This is the best mountain coaster you'll ever see. I got to tell you, when I watched this, I was a little scared. This looks like so much fun. I would do this at 38 years old. Oh, I love this. This is fun for me. See? Oh, I would love this. Who wouldn't? We got fast already. Oh, holy shit. What the? Man. Oh, yeah. Watch this. Boy. Oh, he almost fell off. Look how long it is, right? That's about a minute. That's a long ride. That's cool as hell. That was fun. Come on. That's fun. That is. I would love to do that. That would be great. But we live in this world where people do crazy things. You know, no matter how much you put your life on the line, I would pretty much put my life on the line if I could save somebody else's life. Like if I thought I could save them and not die, I would jump in, you know, running water or lava. But would you do this?
The video is at the same time tough to see, hard to look away from. One family moving in to help another as their houseboat burns up.
As we pull up, it's
look at that
bigger and bigger, and so that's why I'm like, you guys got to jump, you got to get off.
That's insane.
Jay Cahoon says they didn't know what would happen, whether the other boat
it could have blown
exploded, but they couldn't just stand by and wait for help.
They have, babies with them, so at that point, Jake's dad realized.
Oh my God! It's Crazy Plane Lady. Oh my God, it's a clone. Look. That's Crazy Plane Lady. Same forehead, same painted eyes. Holy crap. You know what? Oh, I figured out the eyebrows. Like Lee press-on nails. All the eyebrows are the same shape, so you can have 10 girls with those eyebrows on the same block who went to the same store and bought those same eyebrows. That's why she looks like her. Okay, it's not the Crazy Plane Lady.
We have to get as close as we can to get these people onto our boat, but in a channel, the water's really rough.
Courtney Cahoon watched as Jake called out to the other family.
Cahoon.
Jumping in the water themselves to help people.
Leader Cahoon.
They still had to swim like 20 or 30
Leader
feet
Cahoon.
in the choppy water, so they were exhausted by the time they got to our ski boat.
Yeah, but that's all, folks. That was fun, wasn't it? People doing crazy things to save other people, only if you don't get yourself killed. Would you jump into, if you saw somebody about to go over Niagara Falls and they've got, let's say, 1,000 feet to go, would you jump in to try to save them? No. No way. Not that running water. No way. You wouldn't either, because there's no way you could save yourself and that person. There's no guarantee you could jump into the Niagara Falls flow. See, there are situations where you're feet away from somebody, but you can't save them. And they're going by you going, just reach out and grab me, somebody. I don't want to die alone. People don't want to die alone. That's what it really comes down to. Do you remember that movie Cliffhanger with Sylvester Stallone and the other people? And he was a rock climber / mountain reserve guy, ranger, park ranger. And in the beginning of the movie, they're tethering across from one place to another, and the girl slips and she's holding on. He grabs her and they're holding on by the, like this, right? She's wearing gloves because it's ice cold outside. And the glove starts to come off And she goes, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And the guys and her husband is watching on the side of the cliff, telling Sylvester Stallone, don't drop her, man. Whatever you do, don't drop her. She goes, please, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And he's like, hold on. And the glove came off and she fell. And you see her, getting smaller. That has got to, I've had dreams like that. I can't imagine being Sylvester Stallone and being that guy who was holding on to somebody as tightly as they could, knowing they are going to die and there's nothing you can do about it. That was a good movie. Real good movie. I don't know how he lived with them. Oh, he didn't. He didn't. But that's scary, man. That's a real life situation right there. All right. What is this? Oh, so I have to show you this. Today, class is back in session. Somebody ring the bell. Good enough. Class, it is time. Is everybody here? Everybody, pay attention. We've got a video today. And I have to teach you about things because this video is getting play and validity, and it shouldn't. We're here to teach you why. And the reason I'm a little pissed off, because it's so obvious that this is a balloon. And yet, what the person says, well, in my chopped up English language, you make up your mind.
Okay, so yesterday...
All right, you see what I mean? Did you see it? All right, here we go. Joking.
While I was out searching for birds to take photos of, I'm always looking up, looking at planes.
Uh-huh. All right, let's just get to it. So...
Big flash kind of comes
he saw a big flash.
Into focus, and you will see a pill-shaped object.
Pill.
And when I saw this...
You won't say tic-tac.
I got back in...
Hold on.
It just
Here
blew
it comes.
me away.
Booyah! Uh-oh. Do you see it? What's this? Hold on. It's going to come into view in the next frame. Do you see it? Watch.
It was not what I expected.
All right. It's a balloon. Okay? It's a balloon. And it's the obvious string. Now, we have somebody here who refuses to believe that's a string. Listen.
Expected at all. I don't know what that is. It's kind of pill-shaped, and it looks like it's got like two ends to it, and it also looks like it's got a tether that's coming off.
He actually says it has a tether on it. Translation: string, rope, something hanging off of it.
Off the front of it.
Anyway, it's a balloon. And this guy wants you to believe and continually pushes the ET connection. I don't know what this is. And then he says it flashed. Of course it did. It reflected the sunlight. I've seen this before with a guy named Jeff Woolwine and Jeff Willis. But Jeff Woolwine, he said, "Oh, Richard, that's not strings. Those are tails from the lizard people. You're just like everybody else. See, you don't know. You don't do the right research, man. You got to sit out here and watch the rocks. They come out of those rocks, man, and use those tails to abduct animals and small children for meals. Small children! As if there's big children. Oh, yeah. They're abducting children. They're the lizard people. Who knew? Ay, gosh, ganodre mata de sinche pode. Yata na masantatinto. Ay, vey. Ay, haktui. You know? Unbelievable, these people. Who's this? Blues Batteries. Like the name? Thank you for all the hard work. You're gosh darn right. Thank you for all the hard support. Now, I appreciate that. Blues Batteries. I think that might be your... It is. Thank you, Blues Batteries, for the $5. Thank you for all the hard work, super chat. Gosh. All over hard work. Hey. Thanks, man. Appreciate the support. Blues Batteries with a $5 super chat. Hard work, more to come. Lots more to do. I almost made a decision today. I almost did. But I'm not. Got a UFO right here I want to show you. Mysterious pill-shaped UFO emerges from a wormhole as planes pass by. Oh. Never mind. Believe it or not, that was the one I just showed you. That was the Reddit post. Oh, this is a very nice video I want to play. How many UFO programs are there? There are 18 intelligence agencies that have unacknowledged special access programs. It's likely there are multiple UAP programs within each agency, but there are literally dozens that have been compartmentalized. Sheehan, who I think is one of the most important people in ufology. Shocking to hear that come from me, right? You want to know why? This guy has seen it. This guy has heard it. This guy has seen people sign their lives away to tell the truth to the American public. This guy has seen things for the last 35, 45 years that you and I will never see. Danny Sheehan cannot be overlooked. Don't dismiss this guy. Now, Danny Sheehan is an interesting fellow and somebody that I pay a lot of attention to on the side. Because I think Danny Sheehan is playing both sides here. And he's doing it quite well. However, the way he's playing both sides, I don't have a problem with it. Every other person who's played both sides, I've had a problem. I don't have a problem with Sheehan. I honestly believe it. Now, yeah, he's a lawyer, but he's not perfect at lying. And he's not perfect at telling the truth. But one thing that Danny Sheehan has that many of us will never have is the contact to look people in the eyes that have signed their lives away. NDAs, whistleblower documents, I don't know, frickin' DOPS or shit. Who the hell knows? You know what I mean. But when he speaks, I recommend listening. You don't have to believe everything he says. But let me tell you, Danny Sheehan's telling us some bits of truth in the middle of all that false narrative stuff. It's hard to figure out, though.
Once I became legal counsel for Lou Elizondo, I was surprised to discover that there were a number of these programs that I'd never even heard about. And I've been at this since 1977. You know, I've been at this for like 46 years now. And I didn't know that these groups existed. But in the statute that we have right now, there are 18 different intelligence agencies that are charged with responsibility for turning over the information that they have on UFOs. Okay, and so that I would suggest right now that there's 18 different entire departments or agencies inside the United States government that have these programs. Now, a lot of these programs are what they call unacknowledged special access programs, and the unacknowledged special access programs could be each of these 18 intelligence agencies could have multiple programs inside them that are dealing with different aspects of the UFO and ET question. So that my sense is that there are literally there are dozens of these programs that have been compartmentalized that we have to open up and extract the information.
Yeah, we'll have to open up the compartmentalized sections and disseminate the information. How are we going to get that, sir? How? Tonight, we covered a lot of stuff, right? We talked briefly about the menu gate and imagined what it would be like to wake up and nobody's around. The reality is that scenario may happen. You may not be the only person left, but look, if somebody happens to be underground, and I don't know how a quasar would work, but I think it fries everything. I don't even know if anything would survive a quasar blast, but I don't know how everybody could disappear overnight without there being some sort of residual atmospheric pressure that has changed, delivered the hot air blast, cold air blast, the rain, the tornadoes, whatever it was that made everybody disappear. Yeah, it's a hard thing to believe, but fun to think about. Most likely, it would have to be a matrix reality. I was going to say a reality in a computer. I don't even know what kind of computer. All I know is, what I don't like? I feel like this. I feel I'll try to explain it as best as I can. Our solar system has one star, one Earth-like thing, one almost like Earth, Mars, one Venus that could have been like Earth, all, moisturized and everything burnt up. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Pluto, Neptune, Mercury. We have, it seems like, one of each. We have our gas giants, but we have one that's ridiculously huge, Jupiter. We have another one that has all these rings around it. We have another one that has hardly anything except this blue haze, Neptune. Uranus has what? Doesn't it have a ring around Uranus? It seems like we are in a starter solar system. This is a starter system. One of everything. Right? But we can't leave. Now, let's say we go back into this matrix reality for our next life or our next experience. Well, maybe we upgrade it and go to a 2-star system. Maybe there's 15 planets. Maybe when you get to the apex of your intelligence and playing this game of life, being human, being other beings on other intelligent beings on other planets, maybe we're being injected into this reality, kind of like Total Recall, where they put all the information in your brain and you live all these other lives that have actually happened, but are just memories. let's say there was a planet that had talking fish. You would go there as a talking fish. To you, it would seem normal, right? It would seem normal because you're in there and you don't know any different. But what are we when we're not playing human, when we're not injected into a reality? What are we? Are we just a light being? Are we, maybe we, not us, but maybe the thing that makes us or plays us is part of many different beings that are like, we're like scout ships. We're information. We're the pawns. We go out there and grab the information, and when we die, they suck us back, right? And all the information's downloaded into the grand mind, the one mind, the hive mind. And then we go out into another adventure. What was it like to be a giant whale? Let me tell you this. And they got it all. They don't need you to tell them the story, right? It's all uploaded. All the information's used to better advance the species that you are. What are you? I don't know. But we're part of something. It's too big. Now, if this is just the starter solar system in a Milky Way galaxy, which, by the way, the Milky Way style with the arms and the spiral galaxy, not that uncommon after all. They just found out. They thought spiral galaxies like our Milky Way were rare. Come to find out they're not so rare. Thank you, James Webb Telescope. Life is rare in our solar system. But I'm telling you, if everything out there is for us to experience, it will never end. And I tell you, when we leave this life and take our last breath, our last electrical impulse, our energy goes back into the system and back out into another big bang. Right? It's an amazing thought to think that it never ends. But what are we really? Now that we found out the universe is probably 26.5 billion years old. Double what they thought it was, 13.8 before. Imagine. However, having an opinion can get you in a lot of trouble. Having an experience and making claims you can't prove will get you a troll's attention. Once you start making waves in this field, the trolls find you. We've all heard it. Once the trolls find you, you know you've made it. I pray the trolls don't find you. I pray to my alien god, Zitch, that you don't have to experience the negativity in ufology. Some of us can handle it. Let us do that work for you. People already know where I live. And guess what? Nobody found anything out. Yeah, I guess I have a clean record after all. I'm surprised. Got a few super chats left. Cosmic Dave with a $2 super dono. We are in a simulation. Our senses are lying to us. Our senses are minimalized for what we should be experiencing on this planet. Why don't we have infrared? Don't you think we need it? Humans are very soft tissue animals. We are easy to take down. If you were a bear or a tiger, a lion, they could take us down, a gorilla easily. Our senses are lying to us. We only see this much in a spectrum like this. Scary. Cosmic Dave, thank you for that thought. Very good one. $2 right there. Shane Reed, everybody, with the $4.44 super dono. It's pure love from the continuing supporter, Shane Reed. Hey, man, thank you very much. I see you here almost every night. Thank you for hanging out. And the support, too. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. And Cosmic Dave again with the £2, £2 super chat. We are parts of one infinite consciousness. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you for that. Thanks again for the super chat at the end of the show. That's it for tonight, everybody. Thank you, Cosmic Dave, Shane Reed. Appreciate those supers and good content. We'll be back tomorrow night. It's your turn tomorrow. Your turn to talk. 2 weeks since we did this last. Don't let me down tomorrow. 7 p.m. Now, Saturday is going to be great. We start at 5 p.m. We're going to go to 6:45 p.m. At 7 p.m., we're going over to terrestrial material. Right? Right? Terrestrial material? Is that the name of it? Am I getting it wrong again? What is it? It's terrestrial material. Hold on. It is terrestrial material. So we'll be there at 7. Don't worry about it. You guys will know. Tomorrow night, it's your night. Saturday night, it's my night. And then we'll have fun for the rest of the weekend. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Hey, we do it every night here almost, except for Sundays. What do? Truthology. Oh, Truthology for ufology. For you. That's right. All right. Tomorrow you start the beginning of your weekend. I want you to have a great day tomorrow. Don't even think about it. Just go to work, do your thing. Next thing you know, it's over. And you can have a great time. All right. Be good. Have a great weekend starting tomorrow. And alien bless, everybody. Alien bless.
There's like this thing. It's rotating. What was in the skies over and why did it sound like treasured sites in Christianity?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.